episode of High Frequency Convo. I'm your host, Wes Hunt, and this is my co-host, big brother and business partner,
H.F.C.
And this is a podcast where we spark blunts and conversation. This is episode 29. Thanks for rocking with us to this point. Everybody that's been rocking with us, go check out our shorts. We just uploaded a whole bunch of shorts on there for y'all to check out from episode 28. But yeah, like, share, and subscribe, spam the comments. You know what I mean? Like, also go check out the people we was talking about on this channel. I mean, like, we got Freedom right here again, like Billy Carson, 19 Keys, Dame Dash, Andrew Tate, and all these brothers that talk Dr. Omar Johnson, and all these people we talk about. Go check their channels out. Even if you bring up people like Fresh and Fit and Kevin Samuels, go check their channels out. Everybody we basically talk about here. Go check out their channels. Look out for our other channel coming out, ETWTV. On the ETW Media, we're gonna have a whole heap shit of fucking shows for y'all. Compilations, comedy, best of H.F.C, AB React, which is a reaction show, and much more and more to come. But we'll check that out. That's coming very, very soon. It's in the works, very, very close. Content's going to be created for you. But so go check out the music. Wes Hunt LG. It's on SoundCloud. We got Smoke With Me on every week to play music right now, but look out for Wolfmatic 2 coming soon. We got 4 singles on SoundCloud right now. If you didn't, go check it out. I'm starting to put the song of the day in the description and the link, like I did for last episode. Go check that out. You can just go right there. But yeah, it's Fuck You Too, Papi Chulo, Top G,
Smoking.
And Smoking. Yeah, that's the 4
Yeah,
singles.
the remastered version, it sounds much better.
Yeah, and the remastered
And the ones on the albums won't sound 3 times better.
Yeah, it's getting better and better. But yeah, go check that out. Go, you know what I mean? Like, share, subscribe. You know what I mean? Like, get a subscribe up, man. I'm gonna go bit by bit. I'm trying to get to 50 subscribers, not 50K. 50 subscribers, you know what I mean? If we go to 100, we go to build us up there, come on, build us up. And keep coming. But this episode 29, and in this episode, we're gonna be talking about what you can call what some believe to be the real Holy Trinity, mental, spiritual, and physical, and different aspects. And but like before we go, like I usually like to do, we can start it from my boy Andrew Tate. Give you a few words of advice, man. Andrew Tristan Tate, what up?
So that's your self-projection. That's how you see yourself and imagine yourself inside of the matrix. I think that everybody should have a self-projection. You have to imagine how you see yourself. And if you see yourself as a superhero and an extremely disciplined and hardworking person who achieves everything he's ever wanted in life and does amazing things, you have to understand that you're not going to be able to do that on drugs. So you need to have a mental projection in your mind of who you think you can be and who you want to be. And if that person's a drug addict, then go be a drug addict. But if that person is an extremely successful, extremely hardworking, extremely intelligent, extremely respected individual, he's probably not going to be doing drugs. A lot of this is about your self-image. Where's your duty? Where's your shame? Where's your self-inflicting morality? Where's your pride? So that's the problem with all of this shit, and it's the problem for all these addicts. If you want to wake up and say, what kind of man am I? Am I a drug addict? Well, then go be a drug addict. What kind of man am I? Am I a man who has control of his life and control of his mind? You have to make a decision. I just don't understand how you even took it in the first place. I can't fathom, with all my massive computation in my mind, as smart as I am, I can't work out why you thought that was a smart thing to do, or why it was worth doing, or why you continue to do it. I don't understand. I'm genuinely asking you in a non-patronizing way, not trying to make fun of you. I don't understand. Make me understand. Did it feel good? When I was in high school, we didn't have mobile phones, there was no Facebook, there was no Instagram, all this porn you jerk off to didn't exist. Maybe that's why my generation isn't fucked up like yours. Maybe that's why every single person in your generation is a fucking lazy lowlife. And all you do is sit around on your phones endlessly scrolling. It's really garbage. My generation is the last generation where we had none of that, and now we see it all, but we grew up without it. I really do think that growing up nowadays, when you're like a young, impressionable teenager with all this social media and this garbage that's going on, would be very, very difficult. I don't think it would be easy at all.
We're going to go into the first segment. It's going to be the mental aspect of these things, and we're going to different aspects of when I say mental. So the first topic on this set of questions is mental, like I said, and the first question is how important it is to have a good mental state. How important it is to have a good mental state. Start off. We go through different facets of the mental. It's all of how important it is. Because some people don't have a good mental state still is pretty successful. But how important is it also?
I don't think so.
Physically successful.
In what aspect?
Having money. They may have a problem. That's why a lot of them fucking commit suicide. They may have attained it, but
Oh, you talking about having mental problems and dealing with mental like depression and stuff like that.
All that's your mental state. The way you look at life,
That's what I'm saying.
depression, anxiety, this, that, third.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean having a good mental state is very important. You know what I'm saying? In every aspect. You know what I'm saying? In every aspect, you have to have control of your mind. In every aspect, because your thoughts create reality. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? The elders used to say, you know what I'm saying, be careful what you say, be careful what you think, because it might just come true. It won't, might, it will. So, you know what I mean? Having a strong control of your mind and the things that you let into your mind, the things that you let out, things that you take in as input, things that you output, you have to have very strong control of how these thoughts is correlated and made up in your head. You know what I mean? So having a good mental state is impossible. You know what I mean? It's very important. I should say not possible, because you need a you know what I mean? So how you override the disadvantages that come up in life. You know what I mean? The depression when somebody may pass, or not getting that job, or a breakup in a relationship. You know what I mean? Having a strong mind, having a strong mentality helps you get past these things. Helps you, know what I mean, deal with these things, you know what I'm saying, in a better way than if you had a weak mind state. You know what I mean? It might just break you.
It's true. And I agree. But how important it is to have a good mental state. It's extremely important. It's the most important, because the mental state is how you control every situation you're in. You can't control it. I'm not talking about controlling and meaning like dictate what happens, but I'm talking about control how you respond. Your mental state is how you're going to look at life. Your mental state is how you're going to attack things. Your mental state is how you're going to have a good relationship. Or your mental state is how you're going to be with your kids. Your mental state is how you're going to treat your parents. Your mental state is how you're going to treat strangers. Your mental state is how you're going to have discipline. Your mental state is being on, it's literally everything. Every aspect. And your mental state also connect with your spirit. Because the thing that your spirit try to tell you, or the oil try to show you, or life try to show you, to test you, you will never be able to identify it because you don't have a good, strong mental state. A mental state allows you to have self-reflection. A mental state is real. It's like one of the most important things. It's maintaining your direction in life. Now, I mean, it's like if you use a weapon, you use pointers at something. Without a strong mental state, you're almost like a Uzi. Ba, 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 ba. All the guns, the bullets going everywhere. You over here, you over here, you over here, over here. With a strong directional state, it kind of plays like a beam, like a blind zone. Okay, I'm doing this. Because you have a strong mental state. Now I don't get fucked by no other distractions. I'm doing this.
And then, but you have to be aware of who you are and because you.
That's having a strong mental state.
Yeah,
That's self-reflection, like I said.
Because you'll be because there's so many people who's just like that. And very focused and mentally strong in the aspect of, you know what I mean, if it's getting up to work or getting money and stuff like that. Yeah, because they're not recognizing the other things.
You gotta check all the boxes though. You gotta check all the boxes.
That's why you gotta be so self-aware yourself.
But that's the big part about it. That's the biggest part, because you got all the other aspects.
Yeah, that's why.
But self-awareness allows you to go in all aspects.
Yeah, because that's why so many people hang themselves, take poison, shoot up schools and all of that, because there was something up there that was weak and they never dealt with that. Probably was getting good grades in school, you know what I mean, hard worker, going to work, boom, 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 but you know what I'm saying, there was cracks that they maybe didn't even see, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you can't see. That's why being so self-aware is important. Being aware of who you are, knowing who you are, is so important. Because it's like, when you were saying like, you know what I'm saying, how you treat other people, that's so real, because without a proper mentality, with a proper state of mind, without a proper complete thinking, the problem starts because you're not treating yourself good. So if you're not treating yourself good, how can you know how to treat anybody else? The first starts with self. If you don't know how to properly treat self, you ain't not gonna know how to treat nobody else.
And in relationships, if you don't guide your insecurities or the way you look at yourself is gonna rub off on your partner. If you're a girl, the same thing. And this is, I'm pretty sure everybody that's looking at this have seen it, or even experienced it, or even did it. And you know this is not bullshit. Like that shit will affect. Cause what is it called in therapy? It's called, I believe it's called self-rejection. When you're projecting what you would do onto somebody else, cause that's what you would do. Know what I mean? And then through your self-projection and through the hate of, I don't want to say hate is stronger, but I think that is hate. Through self-projection and the hate of yourself, you start, know what I mean, pick out the other person. Being mean to the other person, hating on the other person, because what you really being mean to is yourself, because you see yourself in them, and it pisses you off. Yeah. And they're not really doing it most of the time. Then what the fuck are you talking about? But
because it's a spiritual thing that's going on. We one in one. So all you're doing is hurting yourself. But you,
it's like a ripple. It's like a ripple in the water. You know when you do a ripple?
Yeah.
You see yourself with many of yourself, like, it's all you, but it's like everybody running to is like fragments of yourself.
That's exactly what it is on a high level, but on a low level, since you're not even, it's easy to hurt people that's close to you. You know what I mean? It's easy because you're seeing yourself within them, so it's easier to hurt people. And that's the real reason there's so much wild shit going on in the world, because people don't have no love for themselves.
That's a fact, though. But, can I ask something? How does being poor changes one's mental state? Like, literally. Like, I want you to, let me say, I can go first. Let me see. Being poor changes someone's mental state. Like, I'm just literally trying to, I'm not a scientist, none of that. I was trying to go and articulate it like a scientist would probably articulate it. But I can literally, I don't even think I know. And let me go to the other portion too. We can stay on the poor for a while. I know being poor definitely affects your mental state. Like, I think it literally changes a person. Also, almost bring out your animalistic side. Say like being hungry. Literally being hungry. Not like the way we could probably call hungry. Being hungry, like third world country hungry. Then you see somebody walking, like your animal instinct comes out, self-preservation comes out. They go look at them as being criminals, and they probably are at this moment criminals with a criminal mind, because they in survival mode. Being poor, not being able to pay your rent, and going in our world, not in the third world country, not being able to pay your rent, not being able to get your kids the shit you want to get, not able to get the shit you want to get to. Not be able to get the things that you want. Not be able to get your kids the things that they want. Not be able to fucking pursue your dreams and fund the dreams the way you want. Not be able to motherfucking take vacations because you fucking working all the time. Working 80-hour weeks and 60-hour weeks. That's all part about being poor. When I say being poor, because being rich means that being free. Freedom. I'm not talking about literally like you got your own island. That's rich too. But I'm talking about being free. We're gonna get to that point. I mean, that's what being rich is to me. So like, you poor alone, like this never set the shit up, obviously, but like, being poor is definitely, it will change you. It will mold you, and literally make you to a something that you never thought you could be. Some people's gonna break them. They're gonna give up and just fucking wait to die. And it's gonna do something to you. It's like you won't be the same person you was. Like, that person that was in the stock, like back when the stock crashed and he was a rich motherfucker and he became homeless, that week they wasn't the same person. They're the same person somewhere in there. But they've changed because their lifestyle had to motherfucking change. And their mental state had to change. And what they do had to survive had to change. So that shit is really... And they know that. That's why they keep so much poor. Then on top of that, the cherry on top is that makes you depressed, and depression makes you lazy and not want to do nothing. It makes you stuck and stagnant. It makes you lazy. It makes you anxious. It makes you... jealous, it makes you envious, it makes you fucking, and it's just it's a crippling fucking thing. I think like you said in the last episode, the biggest problem in this world is poverty. If you take out poverty, a lot of mental illnesses and a lot of shit will change. A lot of things will be cured. It won't be perfect, but I think a lot of things will be cured. But like, and that's pretty long-winded, but that's why I think how many being poor change due to your mindset? But how do you think being poor changes one's mental state?
Depends. Two things. Or for one thing, like, okay, it depends. It really depends. It creates two paradigms, but it depends on where you at. Okay, if you're in the West, being poor is bad. But out of poor, it created a lot of ingenuity, and it created a lot of millionaires. If you're in the West, if you're in the East, over there on that side, being poor is a lot different because the opportunities is limited. So it's very hard to come up. So people resort to a lot more violence. Even here, people resort to a lot more violence. But what you
people
look
see the beauty in the struggle because they're not taught to see that.
because
So when usually in people's in poor states, they usually in depressed states or fucking hungry, lying wolf states.
and not
so
and limited and different things is limited. Education is limited. The ability
it's for a reason.
Yeah, reaching to the ability to get the resources like in America, you know what I'm saying, and for a reason. At the right time, cocaine hit. With the right ingenuity at 16, 17, it created a lot of millionaires and a lot of great businessmen. That if given an opportunity at another level would have been legal great businessmen. And then in other options, you know what I'm saying, you see, you know what I'm saying, being poor don't always necessarily break the person. Sometimes through pressure it creates diamonds. You know what I mean? But so it depends on the mentality. But people jumping off the buildings like when you already have money and you go poor, is it being poor or is it the fact that you ain't got the money? Now, and that sounds stupid, but what I mean is, I think people get addicted to the life and what comes with money more than it was the money. Yes, if you can understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what the money. That's what the money.
It's like
brings.
hustling, and you got the money, you got a lot of money, but you can stop. But you're addicted to the life.
It's not the money people really want. Some people really want to see money.
Just the life.
And some people do want to see. Cause I work with some people like that. They want to see the money just in their bank, to do nothing with it. Because actually they don't got a fucking idea or plan to do with their money. But a lot of people just is what you can do with the money, the lifestyle, and I get it. Because the reason. Like Billy Carson said, the reason I'm going to get and I want a lot of money, talking millions, is because I got big plans. And I'm going to help a lot of people. And I'm going to travel to learn more so I can become a better. I have bigger plans, like for people that just want a legal life. It has nothing to each his own. You just want to be a plumber and shit like that and you cool, then that's cool. I mean, but like, I have bigger plans, so I need bigger expenses. I want to help people on a bigger scale. So like,
but that's using money for what it's supposed to be used as a tool, rather than. And I think the problem is when people don't got money and they can't be that nigga no more. They ain't that nigga. That money made them that nigga.
That's why it's hard for them to keep it because they really have the work ethic behind it. So once they got the lifestyle,
right. So
you know, on chill mode.
You know. I might say his name wrong, but I guarantee. You know what I'm saying? Somebody in the audience might know. You know, Omni in the Hellcat, Obi in the Hellcat, or Omni in the Hellcat, whatever his name. I can't remember his name right now. You know what I mean? I'll try to find his name right now as I tell the story, right? So boom, he was fucking he had a fucking movie site where you could come stream, right? Smart dude. He figured out loopholes in the government's law. So he created a streaming site, streaming all the things that Netflix and all them niggas had, boom, 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 boom. And to the point where he was up there in the millions, going towards like half it. I mean, he was millions, not 2 million, 20 million, 30, 40 millions, right? And then the government came. You know what I'm saying? Boom, boom, boom. You know what I mean? I woke up one morning looking there and I said, oh shit, the feds raiding in this nigga crib? I was like, you know what I mean? Right away, you know what I'm saying? Like he said, no man, people thought it was because of drugs. And that's what I thought. Because I was like, how the fuck he got this money? But then I realized, then I learned the story through the feds putting out how he was getting. But the feds locked him up not because of the streaming of the movies, because they said he was evading taxes, right? Not paying taxes, right? And he lost all the money. And the one thing he said, I don't care. He said, I don't care. He said, a dude came up to me one day, he said, yo, bro, don't even worry about that money. He said, if you did that one time with nothing, he said, you could do that shit again. And he said, I already had told myself, he said, when I come out of jail, he said, I'm going to make all of that money back and more. See, that's the mentality. See, because it wasn't the money that made that nigga made the money. So he's like, fuck the money, I'll go back and get it again.
It's in the title. You make money. It's in the title. So if you lose the money that you made, obviously you can make more money.
Again. You are the money.
Exactly. It's not.
You are the money.
You can make money comes from thin air. I hustle, I did this, I did that.
Money, you are the money.
You have no money to come up with an idea and then start having money.
Omi in the Hellcat, that's his name. Omi in the Hellcat. Yeah, you are the money. You know what I'm saying? And once you understand that you are the resources, you know what I'm saying? Once you understand that you are the resource. Now, once you understand that you are the resource and you can create your own Mickey Mouse, right? And just dedicate, especially in this day and age, and dedicate and put the work in, and promote your own shit and create your own clothing line, your own this and your own that and your own merch for that. You know what I'm saying? You are the resource. You are the money. You are the creator. You know what I mean? So yeah.
So how does being poor affects one mental state?
If the person to me is already see, that's the thing. If the person is already, and I guess that will lead into the next segment. If the person is already weak and weakened in spirit, then it will break them. If the person is strong in spirit, you know what I'm saying? It's just another hurdle for them to overcome to get where they got to get to.
Well, let's say we're going for the majority.
That's what I said. The majority is the majority on all sides. The majority has been beaten down, and that's why they do so much thing. That's why they take away education and take away resources, so you don't have the ability to create for yourself and get for yourself. So being poor.
Why would you tell the people that, you know, this majority that's been beaten down and been under the agenda for millennia? Why a good mental state is so important? Like literally,
because with a good mental state you can overcome just about anything, and it sounds cliche.
That's like what I said. Like literally,
it sounds cliche, but it's not cliche. Once you start changing the way you vibrate, everything around you start changing. Once you start living delusional, once you start believing and not thinking, so it's consciously. Once you go to the store and you spend that $5 and you don't think about it being your last $5, you spend that $5 like you got another $5. The frequency is changing. Once you start speaking, I'm already rich, I'm living. Once you strengthen, but you gotta strengthen. If you there where you're broken down by it, you have to strengthen your spirit.
So that's the perfect fucking thing to go into the next part.
You have to strengthen your spirit.
And like, share, and subscribe. For those who say like share, and subscribe. The L stands for love, man. L stands for life. The L stands for loyalty. You damn well hit a wolf. You know the L stands for liking, man. So like, share, and subscribe, man. And they're all part of the wolf pack. They're all part of the pack, and we all family. But how do you think being rich will change your mental state? How do you think being rich changes one's mental state? And they both have effects, and it definitely does.
Let me tell you something.
The one biggest thing it does, go.
I think being rich, like any motherfucking drug, because having money will start fucking with the endorphins in the body and start releasing chemicals in the mind. So being high for any fucking drug will only exasperate the person that you're already fucking on. So being rich, if you're not strong in spirit, it's going to fucking bring out the worst in the person. Being rich, if you're strong in spirit, you know what I'm saying? That means the mind is going to be strong. It will bring out the best in the person. But any drug, when the person is in a depressed state, will only bring out the worst in that person. It will look in the tears of a clown. He's smiling on the outside, but inside he's crying, even with all the money. You know what I'm saying? Even with all the laughing. You know what I mean? That's why so many people wake up dead, hung themselves, killed themselves, because the money was only masking the pain, like the drinking, like the drugs. It was only masking the pain because they're not dealing with the pain. So to be honest with you, the money will change nothing but exasperate it if the person is not strong spiritually.
I'm going to tell you why I know and why I believe money does. But the big thing is about money. Money, because the way the world is set up, because money is man-made, it's not nothing with really value to it. It's pumped out in the fucking factory, this is paper. But the way the world was set up, and the way we have to maneuver within this matrix, money only do one thing when you get it. It allows you to have that mental burden of how I'm gonna pay my bills, how I'm gonna feed myself, my kids, the shit that they put a stranglehold on the world on, and it allows you that freedom. That's what it makes you feel. That freedom, that weight, that monkey off your back. Now going to his point. Now if you're not a decent person or emotionally, spiritually, or mentally aware person now, since that freedom's lifted off your back that the majority of the world has, it's gonna allow you to be the person you truly are. Because now you don't gotta worry about, okay, I gotta do this because I don't want someone to know I told you. I gotta do. You be like, fuck that, I'm rich. Like, but when you see everybody do, like, everybody act like an asshole these days. What the first thing they say?
I got money.
I got a bag, nigga.
I got a bag.
That's what allow you to be an asshole. Whatever you want me to fuck, I got a bag.
They ain't dealing because most people.
Real talk. That's what allows you to be.
Unless
to be an asshole or to be a good person.
And granted, I respect the asshole. Because at least that person, if he truly know he's an asshole, and that's what it is. That's what it is. The thing about it is the ones who has mental cracks, and that shit becomes exasperated because they didn't deal with it. Now they thought they was trying to get money. Now they got money, but they didn't. You know what I mean? But you still abuse women. You didn't deal with that. Now with the money, it's exasperated. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I said. My point is that you're 100% right. But like, just like to bridge on my point, you just said. Now if you got that money, you abuse a woman. That it gives you that freedom to be like, I'll do what the fuck ever I want. Because I got money. Then what are you gonna do?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Money
That's
like,
exasperates the problem. It's like,
but you get Epstein and Weinstein and all that, they have money. Like, what are you gonna do? I am Epstein, nigga. Like, like it makes you become almost
and guarantee
psychopathic.
Right, and R. Kelly
like you're on drugs. Like,
because guarantee he still would have been peeing on girls without the money, without being R. Kelly, the R&B singer. It's just with the money, it's exasperated where it's like
you been crazy.
He went like it's an overdose. It's like an overdose of a drug.
Well, you did 3, 4, 5 up in the hood.
Yeah, he did more.
Like 500.
Yeah,
and then you got a network.
And what he probably would have got caught
2 years in
the hood, he got rid for 30 because of the money.
That's a fact, but my last, I'm gonna let you say last. Say if you got one. The biggest change in your mental state when you get money is the burden lift off your back. And I also think what adds on to people's arrogance if you're not mentally and spiritually strong is the fact that they know, whether it's consciously or subconsciously, that the rest of the world is dealing with the problems that they don't gotta deal with. Then they spending $30,000 on a stripper and not thinking about it when they're like, yo, niggas make that in a year. That's why they say that. You make that in a year. They know this. So it gives them that freedom, like, I'm good. What now? I'm gonna wild the fuck out. I'm not talking about only rappers, entertainment. You can be in Wall Street. You saw Wolf of Wall Street, my nigga. When you start making some bread, it allows you to be, and not all the people. Some people make bread and just do good with the world, philanthropists, and they just do good with their family and all that shit. But like you said, it depends on who you are. So it's just gonna exaggerate the fucking person you are, nigga. Like, if you was liking drugs before, he was rich.
And you ain't never
dealt
with the problem.
By the time
and you ain't never dealt with the problem that I like to sniff the line.
What?
Then nigga, you gonna be Scarface.
If
you like to drink a little bit of liquor and hang out with your boys on a Friday night when you got paid, now you got a lot of money.
Of fucking high shelf
and you ain't deal with the fact that you started drinking more often on the Friday night before you got the money. Now you was drinking every night. Now you got the money. Now you drinking every night except for Friday night.
If you was a pussy hound, you're gonna be a pussy demon. Because you can get all the pussy you can have.
Only because you got the money.
You know what I mean? So
you got
like,
the money.
And like it really just makes you, like I said, it's definitely like
if
a drug.
You ain't, it is a drug because you gotta remember.
And both of them. How about this? Being poor and being rich is both like a drug, but it's different types of drug.
Yeah, because one is
being rich is like coke, it's an upper, and being poor is like heroin.
Because
one is down,
right?
Down, you know what I mean?
Why? Because if you ain't in control of your spirit and your mind, both of them your chemicals is being released in the body. That's making you feel like this. You feeling like this because of chemicals, and then you induce other chemicals in your body. You know what I'm saying? That's man-made into the body, whether the pills or the doctor prescribe. Oh, you depressed, take these pills, or this and this, and that shit is just exasperating and making it all worse. And the whole situation is being boom, boom, boom. Or you going there and you sitting down there and you listening to they psychobabble and then telling you this and that and the third, without just telling you clear to the cut, straight fucking point, nigga, it's you. Because if they told you it was you, you wouldn't come back no more than done. It's you. It's hustle done.
That's something like,
you know what I mean? I can't pump you no more drugs. You know what I'm saying? It's you.
And we're not trying to hate on the therapy field because it definitely has some benefits to it. But can I ask y'all something? May I ask y'all something, please? I'm trying to slow down my speech. Can I ask y'all something, please? Why the fuck do a nigga gotta go to therapy for 10, 15, 20, 30? When do you graduate? Ain't like a school, like, when do you say you're cured? When are you cured? Why do I have to go for 10, 15 years? Like, why? Like, I never got that about therapy in my life. Like, why do you have to go for so fucking long? A year, 2, 3, maybe 10 years? I remember that. You ever saw like a movie like, you've been coming to me since you was a kid.
Yeah.
Why the fuck I've been they be 35, you've been coming to me since I was like 11? Like, what the hell are you talking about? That's insane. When do I leave you alone? When do I become
You know what it is?
my own too?
I understand.
Yo, they're crutches. I'm not saying they're not helping you, but they're crutches.
You know, because they helping. But what it is
They
is
keep
that
themselves around so they can keep getting that bread.
but
No
also
offense.
what the person, what the person has been,
Yes,
the person, but and also the therapist has become more than just a therapist to the person. After 10, it's somebody to talk to, somebody with a confidant, somebody I know that because of the fucking law can't say nothing that I tell them.
Anything you say is withheld like a lie.
So what you do? In this fucking world, so I can understand it. I understand in this world where it's so hard to trust people, whether it's your spouse, whether it's a sibling, whether it's a best friend, having somebody to talk to where you can trust what you tell them, and they're paid not to judge you. You know what I'm saying? To make you feel to make you see the best in yourself. Who the fuck won't like that?
I do see
I
allure to it for somebody that's, especially for 85, and I don't say that to be.
Nah, I won't even say 85. I won't just say 85.
Listen, do not say an 85 and I'm being using that word. Because if you were self-aware, I'm keeping it real, and I just take this part to my head. Man. I can hear what you said, and first I'm gonna say it first, and I'm not gonna lie. I agree with a lot of things how agitators act like.
Me too. You know that's my name.
And I'm not just giving. I'm saying you. I'm talking to the audience.
But,
like that. And I'm saying 85. If I'm using the wrong word, forgive me. But the thing about it is this. How about this? I see no law to that, bro. How about you talk to your fucking self and convince your fucking self that you can do it? You know how you can really convince yourself by doing it? By doing it. Then that's your self-confidence builds. Guess what, my nigga? You still taking the easy peasy way out. You're just paying for it. Because you're able to vent and not do shit. Vent, not do shit. Because if you did the things that was giving you this ease, I guarantee the thing that you're venting to the therapist about, you won't need to vent to the therapist about no more. I guarantee you'll be out of your system. I'm talking from experience, it's guaranteed. And to take fucking anybody that's anybody that's anybody knows that. It's hard to see, but you have to be self-reflective.
Facts. I completely agree. But sometimes, not all the times, but sometimes they're not going back there always to the same thing. There's always different issues that they need. They want somebody to talk to.
Exactly. Hold on. That's it.
And I do get it. But first, second, third, fourth, and fifth.
I understand, Alex. I understand all that, but
so you know what I'm saying. Unless you've been doing it for 25, 30 years. I'm saying first, second, third, fourth, and fifth.
I guess if you want to be honest though, and me personally,
everybody ain't gonna be able to say.
But if everybody's understanding, if you want to be honest, and I'm pretty sure you will agree with me. Self-awareness and being real with yourself is grade 1. It's not grade 12. That's grade 1. Holding yourself accountable. Okay, I'm doing this. That's grade 1. So I'm not talking to 12th graders. I'm talking to babies. So if anybody hears that in first grade for kindergarten, get the fuck off the channel. I'm talking first graders and up.
But still, being self-aware is 100%.
Simple.
Let me ask you a question.
You got kids self-aware, nigga.
No, I agree with that. So you know what I'm saying, like. Because I always go back to the 5% mathematics. Self-aware. What's the first? What's the first math? The first is 1, knowledge, right? Self-aware is knowledge, right? Number 2 will be wisdom. But you see, the thing is that there's a number 2, which is wisdom. So I would say this: a lot of people aren't self-aware, and a lot of people are self-aware that still go to therapists because they haven't hit number 2, which is wisdom. But to get to number 2, you have to apply it, like you just said. You gotta start to begin to live it every single day and to be self-aware of yourself. You know what I'm saying? So knowledge and wisdom. Without applying it, you can't get to the next part.
That true self-awareness, which starts in grade 1. If you're just talking about,
I agree with you. That's being self-aware.
True
Number 1,
self-awareness
knowledge.
is
Seeking
motherfucking
knowledge.
straight, holding yourself accountable, and that is not. Listen, I'm gonna put in a simple text. Boom. Damn. I'm broke. Year go by. You didn't go out for one. You didn't go for one interview. You didn't try to create something yourself. You didn't try to be an entrepreneur. You didn't try to start taking pictures to be an artist. You're not a struggling artist. You did nothing the whole year. But guess what you did also the whole year? Complain that you're broke. That lack of self-awareness, you should be like, why am I broke? Oh, I didn't do nothing. Maybe I should do something. No, I'm not a 9 to 5 nigga. Maybe I'm chasing my dream. Nothing. No thoughts. Just complaining. That's the majority of the world. I'm talking about 40-year-olds, 50-year-olds, 30-year-olds, 20-year-olds, 60-year-olds. It's insane. They be in a situation. Oh, man, damn. Oh, man. Damn, I'm in shape. Oh, sometime come around there, not into. I just didn't work the fuck out. That simple minutes, but I know why, nigga. I know why, nigga. I know why, too. Subconsciously, maybe I don't want to admit it to yourself. But that's my whole point. That's why I don't give y'all no pass. Cause you know how I know what y'all doing? Cause I did it. And you try to lie to yourself, nah, I'm not doing it because that. I'm doing it because this. I'm not working out because I work all day. Nigga, you just fucking lazy. I'm not fucking chasing my nigga. You lazy. I'm not going for a job. Nigga, you're lazy.
I absolutely agree with you.
Nigga, and that's what you scared of. You scared of the work. You see the foresight, and you know what's gonna take to get it, and you just make it an excuse so you get no pass. Self-awareness means also, like you said, like I said, being self-aware, then applying it. Applying it owes me easy.
That's what I was about to say.
But it's life, nigga. Stop trying to take the easy way out.
I think
shortcut sound.
I will beg to differ, and I will say that I believe the problem is not that because of what you just said. I think people are very self-aware. First is knowledge. They have knowledge of what the fuck is going on.
Oh yeah.
They know why they didn't get up and go to work. They are self-aware.
They allow themselves.
They're gonna allow themselves.
Oh, yeah.
So therefore you're right.
So
but you were self-aware. You was aware why you was getting up.
Yeah,
you was out to yourself. But that's being self-aware. So most of these people are self-aware. They got the knowledge of why they're not doing it. The problem is, I think, and that's what my man Dame said, I think the fucking problem is, and I think most of this stems from what you just said at the end, laziness. But I think the problem with most fucking people is they don't execute. Same as the fucking your New Year's resolution. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be self-aware that you was overweight to make a New Year's resolution to go to the gym and work out. Sure. What led you so you had the knowledge of self to know that I needed to work out. What happened? You didn't execute to gain the wisdom to see that working out was going to be beneficial. Mm-hmm. So you sat there and you did not take the knowledge to apply it for wisdom.
That's a great example.
And that's the problem with
that's
people.
A great example right there. That's what I'm saying, and that's what big bro.
Yeah, they're aware, but they don't execute.
I don't give niggas passes from that fucking great example you just put up there. Perfect example. That's the reason I said I don't give niggas passes. Fuck that shit. You versus you, nigga. Because how, and this is the world. I'm especially on the wrestling side. I don't know about the eastern side they do this type of shit. But I know on the outside of the world, every New Year's, and I've been there a million times, everybody makes New Year's resolutions. And like you said, there's no random New Year's resolutions. Everybody does resolutions specific to something they know they should be doing. So that self-awareness is right there. Nigga, you know. Shorty, you know.
Yeah, the knowledge is there.
You know. Oh no, I'm gonna be more giving. They don't be giving for the whole year. Like, you just said this year I'm gonna be more giving. Like, so you know that you're a little selfish ass.
You're a stingy ass motherfucker with your shit.
But then through the year you gonna lie to yourself though. No, I'm not doing this because now I work hard.
No. Oh yeah. Well, I ain't got enough this week.
Yeah.
Next week. Because most people are, and I'm gonna tell you why. But it's so fucking deep. Because most people are operating off the same download that they've been operating on for 15 years. To change, they don't understand, right? Because and spiritually they're so fucked up and weak that even if you gave the $1 a day and you had 200, that $1 might turn into $5 if you be consistent with it. You understand what I'm saying? But they don't build up consistency because they're so stuck in their old patterns. So now they begin to trick themselves. The talk happened, you know what I mean? The devil here, angel on that shoulder, your head in the motherfucking middle, angel telling you, yo, my man, you know you gotta go to the gym. The devil's saying to you, my nigga. And both of them look like you. The angel got your face, the devil got your face, and then your face in the middle. And you looking at the angel, and the devil's like, yo, my nigga, man, fuck that. Let's go hang out. Let's go chill. Let's go meet these girls. Let's go do this, man. Work out some other time, bro. Ain't you been getting far already?
What happened today? This is earlier today, fellas. This is earlier today. I'm gonna tell you how the Adrian go. What he said so real. He said I just zoned into what happened today. I got this morning early. I mean, I always treat myself so I be always going in and going overtime, going hard body on everything. Certain things like I watch. I'm a Marvel and superhero fan, so I watch my fucking Secret Invasion. Watched the final episode. Got that done. I woke up though, started doing my motherfucking shit, my editing, my thing for the ATW TV coming soon. Content for that. That's, you know something? So I want to do laundry. I want to get my hair cut. Then I want to come set for the H.F.C. Then I want to set it for the other company, for the other fucking show I got planned for the Spritual. I said, I want to watch this Blade shit first. Now watch that Blade shit first. There's a Blade cartoon that came out of oh shit. Blade cartoon, only half hour, nigga. I said, I told Veronica man too. It's funny what you call it. I'm having this conversation in my head, and that shit almost won. Cause I'm like, nigga, I did enough. Like this how you see it. Then you don't even know it's like the devil sometimes. Sometimes it seems like the angels told you that. Nigga, you done did enough. But like you can relax and. But I wrote the shit out so perfectly that if I watched the shit, my time would have been thrown off. And that's exactly what it was. It was the other side, like, nigga, chill.
Subconscious.
It happens every day. Like,
subconscious
you fucking with yourself every day. You just want to chill and be lazy. Like, everybody wants to do it.
The subconscious is the subconscious is fucking trying to do what it's been doing for the last 30-something years. But the conscious mind has to be driving. You know, that's what the flesh.
That's what Billy Carson says. He said the reason people resist hard work or pain, whether it's from working out or making themselves vulnerable for relationships or what other kind of pain, he said it's a real prehistoric gene and trait in every human. And it comes from basically self-preservation. Your body, your mind is trying to keep you away from things that's going to hurt you. Heartache. Know what I mean? Being embarrassed. Trying new things. Not knowing and feeling like a fool. It try to literally keep. That's when the devil comes up and like, start talking to you. That's the gene that's trying to give you self-realization because they know if you don't do, you might be sad. They can be in what you call it. It's trying to protect you. Just like if you drink too much, you're going to throw up. People hate throwing up, but throwing up is the reason that you fucking might be still alive. If that shit keeps order, it's throwing up to.
Overdrink.
Yeah, it's throwing up to motherfucking. Exit that shit
without having to go in the hospital and having to pump your stomach of the liquor, your body's naturally getting rid of the substance out the body.
It's helping you, sweating, helping you.
Yeah, having a fever.
Yeah, fever helping you.
Yeah, the body's natural. The body's natural way of curing itself. Everything.
Burn out the disease and all that shit. So all that shit is real. So like, you gotta, man, like, just to understand, man, like, but like, to go on, because we've been going on, so moving on to the next that. Anything last thing of being ritually mental state, it gives you freedom, and through that freedom allows you to either be the person you're going to be with is either a good person, a middle person, or just an asshole. And then I'm not an asshole like you just born it. You got some traits you to figure out from the beginning. Now it's fucking manifested into.
Now it's made what you knew and you didn't deal with it. You didn't deal with it. You didn't go seek that therapist and sat down with them before you had money, or why you hate women, or why you don't like yourself. Or the things that happened to you in your childhood and all of these things.
Why money is not enough money? Why you can have $200 more million than somebody but still hating another nigga? It's like that's all
self-hate. And my knock on therapists is the drugs that they pump people up.
My knock on therapy is this: they try to act like it's a real disease. I'm saying it's not even focus on popular. Stab the comments.
Of course.
And Andrew Tate said it, and I said it before he said it. So I'm just giving him credit because that's another prominent figure that said it. I really just figured this out. Because I figured out, because I'm an anxious person. And I lost give me a thing. Like I was telling John, you go through because we human, we're going to go through emotions. I'm not telling you to be a robot, it's impossible for you to act like a robot. But I listen to some shit that says give you 5 minutes to let all your anger out. And I've been doing that shit. I give myself 5 minutes to be angry. And then after that 5 minutes, I start thinking about solution. I start calming the fuck down because at the end of the day, it's going to change. That's how I try to tell John. Once it's long term, in the beginning, yeah, you're going to be mad. Fuck that. I'm not with you. I should go press that and all this shit. But then it's mad down the line. You know what I mean? You're going to have to, at some point, can't be mad no more. It's like, there's nothing you can do. It's been 3 weeks, 4 weeks, a month, 2 months. Like, so, like, that's what the fuck you do. Like, you control your mind. You're going to go through human emotions. You have to take control of your mind. Human emotions is real, sadness, mad, and anxious, and all that shit. But all that shit is fucking made in choices.
I'm about to just say I would disagree.
No, I say it's real. I'm talking about the effect is real.
They're fucking losing.
The effect is real. from the way you
with
because you
chemicals
believe it's
being
real.
released in the body to make you feel a certain way.
Hold up.
Let me show you what I'm.
Hold on, just getting this point out fast. Don't forget. But like I was saying, like the reason I say I don't really like is therapy is depression ain't real, anxiety ain't real, jealousy ain't real, anxiousness ain't real. All that shit ain't real. It's choices. It's choices. It's choices, lack of self-reflection, and then don't get it twisted. Once you believe the choices of being anxious, jealous, or depressed, it has real effects on you. But is it a disease that you can catch? And like, oh no, I caught jealousy. I caught depression. I was overseas and I caught anxiety. Nah, nigga, you can't catch that shit. You manifest it. It's a difference.
Manifesting, you can transfer your energy from one person to the next, being around them with your dark room. But here's the thing about it: 100%, I agree. You know what I mean? That these things is choices, and I could actually, to a certain point, prove that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Using movies as an example. For one, when you watch a horror movie, they play a certain kind of music to make you feel a certain way. When you watch a love story, they play certain music to make you feel a certain way. When you watch something that's supposed to make you happy, you watch something they playing happy music. When somebody's about to be killing, they playing some sinister sound music.
You ever watch True TV?
You know what I mean? So knowing that music alone controlling your emotions. If music can control your emotions, then you a motherfucking puppet and somebody's your puppeteer. So that means you don't even have control of your emotions because you go each and every way. So it's the same thing. You know what I mean? How you know that these emotions, that the only true emotions that there is to me is love and happiness.
Before we go into the next one,
Happiness.
we're going a little over, but do you ever watch True TV? For everybody that watch True TV, they have shows like funniest moments and most dangerous situations. Me and my girl have been watching that shit. We've been seeing the same clip on 2 different shows. One with funny music and you laugh, ha! Women do music and you're like, oh! Same clip. Yeah. Different emotions, different way you react to it. That's a whole shit.
They got music that builds up anxiety inside you, like, oh shit, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? You can't wait for the scene. Yeah, so there you go. You know, you understand that your emotions is something that you can control if you're in control of your mind.
That's the mental side of the Holy Trinity.